Welcome, Middle-earth Strategy Battle Gamers and LOTR SBG team fans. This is going to be a quick video for some channel updates, thoughts on the Gondor War rule book, and some thoughts on the rules as we've had a chance to play them. The rules kind of thoughts were something we were hoping to do right when it was released. And I'm glad we waited because I've had several games, including 6 tournament games, to play with the new rules and kind of get a better thought on them. Also, all the pictures that are shown in this video were taken at the Nashville tournament called Ride to the Rohirrim. And that was a fun tournament which proved my thoughts I've had all along that the Middle-earth community is the best community you can have in a wargaming setting. So buckle up, get some popcorn, and enjoy the show. Alright everybody, grab your paintbrushes and unpainted models and sit back and enjoy. So here's the channel update section of this video. The ring goes south. Unfortunately, the tickets have gone offline, so we are going to be maxed out this time around. We do plan on hosting it next year, but be expecting a lot of media coverage on the Ringo South. We're going to be having games, full games, and a couple vlog-like videos, I should say, based around the Ringo South that will be featuring some gorgeous terrain and a lot of players. Also, we do have our latest vlog for the Ride to the Rohirrim tournament, and it was filled with great players, great atmosphere, and some of those folks are also going to be coming to our tournament now. So let's go into my thoughts on the rules. So I said it in the intro that when we first got the rules, we wanted to do a very in-depth rules review. And being unfamiliar with them, it kind of slid off the table. But now that I've personally had several pickup games and 6 tournament games with the new rules, and think that I have a good grasp now on how to really define the rules. So the current rules, I believe personally, is the best set of rules we've had. They fixed some problems that the Hobbit rules had, such as people like Baragond, small point heroes being able to lead 12 men, the piercing strike and magic system, and feints for that matter, all those were kind of unbalanced. There was not as much negative as there was positive. And so this edition has taken the problems that the Hobbit books had, which the Hobbit books actually did help address some of the problems that the source books had, and fix them. And now this book has taken all that stuff and fixed the Hobbit. So I think this is the most balanced of the editions, where magic is still good, it's still usable and playable, and can still throw a wrench into your opponent's army, but it's not broken, it's fixed, if that makes sense. So also piercing strike, it got nerfed enough where it could be useful, but it's a very situational thing. In addition to all that, the new books added in several heroic actions that I think are very useful. And the tier system of heroes, such as the minor and legendary heroes, and heroes of fortitude, and heroes of independent heroes, and all that stuff, is great because it adds in the why would you want to take Aragorn? Well, on top of him being really good, he can also lead 18 troops. So this is the best edition, and I think that this edition also really highlights the way I personally like to play, which is having a big hero that my army is built around with Aragorn, LSR, and Huron and Faramir are my kind of guys who I like to use with him, and they all have really good synergy, and the army altogether has great synergy. I believe that the army bonuses also add in a really cool element, and the army matrix also adds in a really cool element to the game that we've just keep discovering more and more really cool allies you can take that could be very competitive. So with my current Gondor list, it has gone through 6 tournament games, placed 5th at Fords of the Potomac, placed 1st at Ride of the Rohirrim, not losing any games, and it is that strong. So that's something that in the old edition would never have happened because Aragorn was so expensive and magic and other things would have hindered him. But now that we have this new edition, it seems like it complements big heroes, and I think actually highlights taking allies who are historical allies. So it's almost if you want to build a themey army, that's the competitive way to play now. Of course, there are some armies that would ignore that, but we'll go into that at a different time. So after talking about my Gondor, I want to hop into the Gondor Ore real quick. Everything that was in the Gondor Ore book I love. I think that Huron is my favorite Gondor model. Ingold is also a really good sculpt. I think that Huron, his aesthetics, his poses, his sculpt, everything's great. And all the new heroes that were released for the Gondor War are great as well. You have the new Rohan heroes, Durinhelm, Elfhelm, and Darrowine. The 2 new Orc heroes. And I think Gondor got 3 new heroes on top of a new Ballister. Here's what I was hoping we would see with Gondor War, and what I hope to see in the future books. With Gondor War, I was hoping to see a nice, maybe even a couple pieces of terrain come out, so that each book they release will come out with some terrain, so there's a lot of variety and things like that. I mean, the new Scouring of the Shire book, it doesn't come out with a full set of terrain, but it is a piece of I guess a kit that you could build into terrain, which is kind of nice. I was also hoping to have some more Gondor at War Gondor dice. Hopefully that still comes out. Some dice with the white tree as the 6. And I was also hoping for some older poses, such as LSR to get a rework, some Osgiliath veterans, or I don't know, Minister of the Warriors, Rohan Warriors, some Orcs maybe, some Easterlings maybe to all get conversion kits. I think that those all would have been very useful things to release with Gondor War. So while Gondor War is great, I feel like it's more like Gondor Skirmish, with the things released around the book. The book itself is great, but I was hoping that they would really make a big release out of this, and even though we've gotten a lot of new heroes, some new terrain, some Gondor dice would be nice. I know they released the Wizard dice and the 3 Hunters dice with Gandalf and with the 3 Hunters sets, but some Gondor dice would have been nice, and maybe even some Easterling dice or Harad dice would have been nice as well. So I think that all in all, Games Workshop has been going down the right path. I think that this is the best time to be getting into the hobby. I do think that we are in the golden age of strategy battle game, which there is a video we did a while back talking about them building this up to be the golden age. I think we're currently in it. I think that the Scouring of the Shire kits that they were releasing look great. The models look really good. And the piece of terrain is something that I think is a good start. I think that if they go back and re-release some terrain for Gondor War and some conversion kits and a nice piece of terrain and some Gondor dice, I think that'll be a really good start to future releases. So everybody, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and enjoy your Middle Earth adventures.